Today I'm fishing this small sewer that goes underground for a couple miles, but it does have this little opening that's accessible, so I decided to not only fish it, but to drop my GoPro down in the water to see what fish are hiding down there. If you're ever fishing anywhere new, you can't go wrong with worms. Literally every fish will eat a worm. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And I'm also going to small hook. This hook I have on here is too big. Got a size 6 eagle claw hook. Just gonna clinch knot this real quick. I'm gonna go weightless. There's really no need to go weight in here because the water isn't exactly flowing. We're just gonna take a little piece like that. And that actually may even be like overkill. So you never know. Sometimes all it takes is a little piece to get a bite. All right, I'm gonna thread the worm up the hook, pull it all the way up like that, just like that, how we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna throw it from back here. I can see the fish down there. I don't wanna get up on top of them because that might spook them. With the light line, we shouldn't have to. That was horrible. Ooh, ooh, that's money right there. I bet you we go, oh my gosh. Literally, it was immediately. Half a second in the water. Dude, they're freaking feisty. Right there, we got a bluegill already. That was literally first cast back there. And just like the second it touched the water, it just immediately peeled. Well, that answers that question for you guys. Okay, I got some white bread from Walmart. The OG. Can't go wrong. We're gonna take a little piece of it like that. I'm gonna put my hook in the middle there. And then we're gonna wrap it around the hook. Now, typically I like to leave the barb of the hook exposed, but I'm gonna cover it right now and just be aggressive with that hook set. Because in water like this, you know, shallow water, the fish can probably see you. Any little thing that sticks out that looks abnormal, they're gonna freak out about. They're not gonna wanna touch anything. So we're gonna come around the side here. I don't know about this one, man. Oh, I just skipped it back there. Perfect. That's the other thing. If it was corn, I don't know if I'd be able to skip it. Okay, and I'm gonna get a rod holder here just so we don't lose a rod. Hooey. That good? Good. Sweet. Now let's get some corn in here. And somebody told me that the corn water is actually good chum. So I guess I'll dump some of that in there. I don't know how accurate that is, but we'll try it out because it could be the reason we get a fish. I don't know. Then I'm gonna take a little handful of this. We don't want to do too much because, you know, too much chum can have the opposite effect. The fish have so much to eat, they're not gonna touch whatever you're throwing back there. And now it's the, you know what, I'll come around the other side. Attempt to throw these as far. That did not work. Okay, well, let's see, second cast. Can we go back to back on this? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. This is insane, dude. Looks like there's not a lot of food source here in the sewer, because these fish are just freaking rabid, man. Get him back in. Oh man, that's funny. Dude, right as it touches the water. That's freaking, like, these fish are just insane, man. It's every single cast, as soon as it touches the water, it just starts running. Like, they don't even have time to think about it. They just go. And actually, to make it interesting, I am gonna drop my camera down there right now, and you guys can see what's going on down there, because I have no idea. I can't see from up here. Let's just hope we don't lose the GoPro, because once it goes down there, if we drop it, That's gone. Gone forever. So I'm literally just gonna put one piece of corn. That should be fine. Ow. GoPro coming off. So enjoy the big camera audio once this comes off. I tied my GoPro onto some 8-pound line. Ideally I'd be using something a little heavier, but this was all I had. I dropped the GoPro right behind the sewer gate, and immediately I got an explanation for why I was catching fish every cast. There were bluegill everywhere. Some of them were curious and came right up to the camera. Some even pecked at it a couple times. This dude was kind of mad dogging us, maybe sizing up the GoPro. But you can see here, as soon as that worm dropped in the water, the fish just started going ham for it. I managed to pull this one out just out of frame of the camera. He wasn't too happy. And that's about when I pulled my GoPro back up and changed it up. Okay, we're gonna go to this little canal right behind here, because I could see pretty much just bluegill in here. I know there's definitely gonna be different stuff in there. I'm gonna show some underwater footage there, try to catch a couple fish, and then we're gonna go to this right behind us in an attempt to catch some bigger fish, just so you guys don't have to watch a little stuff the entire video. Let's go. GoPro going back down. From above, I could see that there was fish, but I couldn't totally tell what species they were. Right away, we see a little bluegill on the screen, but then a little tilapia shows up, which was unexpected, and also a baby largemouth bass. They were showing interest in the worm, but none of them were really committing to it. The tilapia makes sense because they're always super finicky, but the bass surprised me. It could have been because I was standing right above them that they didn't want to bite, but here we have another curious fish checking out the GoPro. Another largemouth denying the worm, and also this really cool looking tilapia that swims by. You can tell the largie is curious here, but isn't sold. So we end up bringing the GoPro back up, headed to the canal right behind us to catch a couple of bigger fish, but don't worry, there will be some more underwater footage following this. See, I don't get it. Why is this side so clear and the other side is so nasty dirty? See the one sitting right here? That's a carp. That ain't even a tilapia. Let's get some bait in the water. I'm gonna go bread on one, corn on the other. And actually, before I even get anything in the water, I'm gonna throw a handful of chum. If they're not already in the area, this will kind of bring them in. Should be good. Okay. Sick. Okay, well, we're gonna get this just right in front of us. Right where we threw all that chum. Boom. Perfect. Let that sink down now. I do not have my SEWER anymore on this reel, so we are gonna have to throw a rod holder for this one. And because I also lost one of my rod holders, the other rod, we're just gonna go click a reel and rest it up against this tackle box. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. We get to the bites quick enough anyway. I don't think it'll be a problem. I'm usually like laser focused on my lines. Every time I've come here, man, the bread has just been crazy. Even though this time of year corn usually does better for me, bread has just killed it in here. I even caught some catfish on here. I would do underwater in this one, but I can promise you right now, you will literally see absolutely nothing. All right. Cool. Now comes the waiting game. Yo, fish, guys? Already? Did you see that? Or yeah, there's a fish. He's biting on it. It's only been about 30 seconds or so. That's crazy. There we go. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Fish on the corn. That took no time at all. No time at all. That's insane, man. Fast action today. Fast action. Oh. Got my other rod. He's giving a good fight. I'm gonna try not to fall in. There we go. Not very big. We'll get a bigger one, but it's another fish. Not a very big fish, but changes things up a little bit. We've got our carp. That took freaking no time at all. I'm gonna go up here and release them away from the rest. So if there's more down there, they won't wonder why a fish is just flying into the water. There we go. Sweet. That took no time at all, man. That's the effect of chumming sometimes, especially in these confined areas. Some days you can come out here or anywhere, spot you've had luck at before, and you might fish for 3, 4, 5 hours without a bite. Other days you come out here and you can't keep 2 poles in the water, or you'll be like me and you'll get stuck. And by now they've probably eaten half the chum, so I'm gonna throw one more little handful of chum real quick, get them spiced back up. It's a fish, bro. It's a fish. There we go. It's another one. Whoa, free willy. We're a little tangled up here. Let's see if we can get this figured out. Right away. That's awesome. It's fish number 2 though over here. Still in a small one. I decided to pack it up again and head to the spillway behind the sewer because the water was super clear there. So I got my GoPro in, threw some bread right in front of the camera, hoping I can get a bigger fish to eat for some underwater footage. I've never done underwater stuff before, so I hope this turns out good. I haven't seen any of the footage, like I'm gonna get home and hopefully it all looks good. It really didn't take that long to see the first fish come up. A nice ghost carp that felt like kicking up dirt for the camera. Here we see him come back a little later and actually pick up our bait, but it was such a subtle bite I didn't even realize it before he decided to drop it. Another bigger carp following behind, but they eventually both spook and make a run for it. I saw another carp swim by at some point. Didn't really look like he was feeding though. About half an hour later, that ghost carp came back, and this time he actually got the bait and didn't drop it. So I set the hook and he immediately took off. Well, we're on. We got that ghost carp finally. Oh my gosh, I waited like an hour for that. No, don't go in there, don't go in there, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Stay this way. Luckily he put the heavier line. Otherwise he would have taken us in that drain. We're not a big game. There we go, we got him. Got him in the net. That is a ghost carp. Super cool looking fish. See the top of the head, kind of got that shape. Looks way different underwater. But we did it. Let's get him back in the water. Well guys, we did it. We got a bunch of different underwater shots. I've been having a lot of people ask me to do underwater videos. I actually wasn't really planning on it. And then I realized how crystal clear the water was and knew I kind of had to. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. And I will see you guys next week.